Hello and welcome back, YouTubers. I'm Protomario, and EA and Ubisoft predict the end of console hardware. Now, before you get into the clickbait notion, this isn't anytime soon. However, it still should be listened to. The CEO from Ubisoft, Yaz Gulmat, I hope I did that right. He talked on this along with EA CEO. I'm going to go ahead and put some Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare footage in the background. Hope you guys enjoy it. EA CFO Blake Jorgensen made similar comments, so I'm going to talk about this. During a presentation, investors pressed for the definition of new types of game consoles, asking these individuals what the distribution method of the future would be, and they clarified and said, "We believe it will be streaming. It demands a lot of bandwidth, yes. We think it's going to grow, but today, with the types of games we have, it will still take a bit of time to become popular." So this has come and gone in the past several times. There have been things like the Phantom. Remember back in the day when the Dreamcast had just come out, they were talking about a streaming service only, and it was a Phantom. Do you guys remember OnLive? There's PlayStation Now, I believe. That's a streaming service as well. Maybe I'm thinking of something else, but there are several streaming services out there. Don't get me wrong, these are things that are available, and you can even stream from your own computer inside your home to a different computer in a different room if you have Steam and you activate the in-home streaming features. There's a Steam box that allows you to stream to it as well. So these things have come and gone, but they're not super popular due to the fact that it's a restraint of bandwidth. So they said that they can't predict the future. He talked about in terms of mid-cycle upgrades and likelihood of brand new consoles like this. He said, down the road, if you guys wanted to play and hop on Battlefield 12, again, take it with a grain of salt. He was just, generalizing. And play with someone else online, you wouldn't fire up your Xbox, but instead you would just hop on whatever monitor you have in your homes, and it would just be on a chip rather than in a box. Now, there's two things I want to talk about with this. One, I don't feel that they're necessarily wrong, but I don't think we will see it in our lifetime. Let's be real. Every single time that there's something new coming out, that means more technology needs streamed through at a consistent, quick bitrate. So there's always going to be need for set-top boxes, for example, players who play MLG events and things like that, where it's a split second. So if there's even a little bit of lag, it's done. That would cause a serious problem in the future with gamers who play games like League of Legends, first-person shooters, whatever's going to come out in the future, and that would destroy esports. Every single iteration of consoles has gave birth to needing a lot more space and consistent bitrate transfers. So, for example, if you've ever streamed on Twitch, you have to set your bitrate at a consistent amount because you're not only playing the game, but if you're playing it online, you're using the online feature and you're requiring some megabytes for the online feature, but you're also streaming that to other people as well, so you have to set it correctly. And if you don't set it correctly, you get dropped frames and it fucking sucks. So I'm not really sure when this would be a feature. The thing about it is that America, in particularly mine, the economy that drives gaming along with the UK and Japan, and I know there's other countries out there, I know there's other economies that drive gaming, quote unquote, but these are the big three. And in my country in particular, we have issues with online internet speed. We just had net neutrality get passed recently, and the companies are still having issues conforming to this and giving proper speeds. I mean, there's still horror stories about internet companies charging someone like thousands of dollars for just nothing and not providing what they were supposedly paying for. And it's an issue in my country because when you don't have 100 megabytes down and 50 megabytes up, it's slow. It's a problem. And even in bigger cities that I've been in, there's a lot of them that do not have gigabit. At best, they have 50 megabytes up and 5 up, and that's pretty slow, relatively speaking, when you're talking about gaming, especially in the future with high-end, more tailored video games that have been developed. So will it come out in the future? Yeah, probably. Will it be in our lifetimes? Probably by the time that you're way too old to be able to play games. You're going to have cataracts on your eyes, arthritis in your hands, and you're just going to want to be put out of your misery anyways. But to say least, maybe we will see them in our lifetime. I just can't see that happening if even in bigger cities there's not gigabit networks, that they would have to tear out the full infrastructure and lay down gigabit network lines. I don't see how that would even be possible at this point in time, but hey, here's to hoping in the future. Both of them commented on this, both of them talked about this, and it seems if they think that it is going to be leaning towards the future, probably. But remember what happened with the Xbox One press release when everything was online only. Remember Adam Orth's dumbass? Yeah, it's an online world. We're always connected. Hashtag deal with it. Yeah, you got fucking fired, you fucking moron. So yeah, it's not an online only world. There's a lot of people who don't like that shit, and that's why the Xbox One is suffering. Not only because it's less powerful, but also because of that stinging remark and how they can't just flip it off with a switch, even though they did. I've been your host, Protomario, I'm signing out. Are you interested in the future of consoles? Do you think the future of consoles is streaming devices? Let me know in the comment section below, and as always, good gaming, and God bless.